This is a video on converting your 241 DHD transfer case so that you can have your speedometer working if you're installing it on 98.5 and before 2nd gen RAM. What you have to do is you take your newer transfer case and you have to bore out the hole for a speedometer sensor, for the VSS sensor, which looks like this. I took this one out of a DLD transfer case that I had as an experiment. And what you have to do is you need this worm gear, speedometer gear. And this speedometer gear, it's actually the speedometer gear from an NV4500 two-wheel drive. It has the same spline count and it fits perfectly. The one off of the DLD won't work because it's smaller. So what you have to do is you have to take your transfer case housing off and you have to slide your worm gear back, and you have to, it doesn't matter so much exactly where you position it, but it's roughly got to be in the center between this spline cut for the snap ring and the pump housing. So if you position it here, you either have to glue it on with an epoxy, which kind of makes it permanent, which isn't so great, or what you have to do is you need to get two more of the snap rings that they're the same snap rings that hold the bearing on, that keep the bearing centered. So if you get two more of these snap rings, you just have to mark on the spline here exactly where that is, and use a grinder that has the same thickness disc to just cut the notch in on each side to hold this from sliding. And you'll basically, they did make a DHD transfer case that had that in it. If you try to find this worm gear to match it, it's extremely hard and there's very little information on it. So just get one off an NV4500. And you can get a regular VSS sensor that comes off of a DLD transfer case, or a 47RE two-wheel drive, or an NV4500 two-wheel drive. It should have, I think it's a 31 tooth gear, it should say right on it, which is standard. And when you put it on, you just have to, in the housing, you just have to twist this to get the gear to mesh in the right spot. And the easiest way, obviously, to do that is to bolt this back on. If you get this bolted back on, all you do is you put your VSS sensor in, right? And you can actually shine a light through here and you can see the gear meshing. You won't be able to see it here without a light, but once you get it meshing, you turn the transfer case by hand from the input, and just make sure that this is spinning. And I put some silicone, a little bit of silicone around the seal to keep it from leaking. And that's how you convert your 241 DHD so you can use this newer heavy-duty transfer case in the older 12-valve trucks. Thanks for watching. Hopefully this helps.